Let's do it.
Says we're live. We're good there. Checking Facebook. So, Mike, how you doing, buddy?
I am doing pretty good. Been getting Bill moved into his new apartment.
Okay.
I take the U-Haul van to him in the late morning, early afternoon, and then at 1:30 we'll unload the big stuff out of it. But he'll get the little stuff out of it, and he'll be moved in. And he's slowly getting the stuff that I ordered to be able to finish his apartment out. So yeah, been busy, but it's been good.
Well, good. We
How
had
about
a fellow last week that we helped moved out of a little townhouse, small 2-bedroom house, and moved to a 3rd-story apartment.
Oh man, I hope it's got an elevator.
No. And fortunately, these guys are younger and they were able to carry all the heavy stuff. But just the trips up and down the stairs with what I was carrying, I didn't realize how out of shape I was. Like, just the walking up and down the stairs, the carrying stuff. I mean, there was a couple times I almost went backwards.
Oh.
And I was carrying the light stuff. And I was just like, okay, it's time. So,
yeah.
Like to announce that on yesterday morning, I actually worked out with kettlebells with the group. So the group runs every Tuesday, and there's a couple of days they sprinkle it in there where they do kettlebells. And instead I brought my little 10-pound dumbbell weights that my wife has.
Yeah.
But being the dummy, the guy beside me was using a 35-pound kettlebell, and he handed them off to me, and I was doing those, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that exercise. Yep, not doing that one either because I couldn't get it. I couldn't lift them up. So I could do the ones where we're standing with my back straight.
Yeah.
Just going up like knee high and going up to chest height.
Chest height, yeah.
And I could do those. But the ones where you're going up over your head with the 35s, I said, no.
You know, you can buy this attachment that is plastic that snaps onto a heavy duty plastic that snaps onto the handle on the barbell, on the dumbbell rather, not barbell. And it turns it into a kettle weight.
Yeah. Well, these guys they don't care. I mean, normally I'm a walker, so they were like, hey, and they have it split up. So it's a 45-minute workout where you do 15 minutes of like a boot where you got or a ruck where you're walking or you've got a weighted vest on or something or a backpack. Yeah. And we walk for 15 minutes. Then they have a boot camp, kind of just whatever exercises they want to do, stretches, whatever. And then 15 minutes of kettlebell. So I had modified and I walked for 30 and then did the kettlebell.
All right.
And I started feeling it today, about 10 o'clock this morning. I started feeling it right here on my biceps. And I was like, woo.
Yeah.
But it's important to get out and get moving, especially on this lifestyle. And you know, when you're feeling stagnant, not seeing results that you think you should be seeing.
Yep.
And it's just all around good to get out, you know. And being that it's Melanoma Awareness Month, you know, the sun's trying to kill us.
Yeah.
So by getting out first thing in the morning before the sun's up, it's a good time.
Yeah, I agree.
Being outside does so much for your mental health that man, I can't express it enough. And especially when you got a good group of people that you're walking with and hanging out with. So
well, yeah, I agree, and that's hard to do.
And you don't. I find if I'm basing my exercise on taking the dog for a walk,
Uh-huh.
there's 7 reasons they come in as soon as the thought comes in. Let's take the dog for a walk. Oh, he's sleeping. Oh, I don't want to put my shoes on. Oh, I don't know where my headset is. Or let me go to the bathroom first. Like you find excuses not to. So this way you're held accountable because you're hanging with guys.
Yep.
And then you kind of got it. I look at it as you got to earn your breakfast.
That's right.
So we go to breakfast. I usually just get coffee. Joe, fix it. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Joey?
And, after the kettlebells, I went and treated myself to some bacon.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
On a flat top at a 75-year-old diner.
There you go. I see you got that Wagner griddle out, ready to do it again.
Man, this is becoming my Wednesday cook horse. I absolutely enjoy this thing. And I'm hoping Wagner sees the videos and the playlist that I put out. But, yeah. And I've got a Magnalite little Dutch oven.
Oh, yeah.
So this, not the original lid, but it's in the house somewhere. But this Magnalite.
Lid fits, right? The lid fits, right?
Oh, yeah. It's a 10-inch Rachel Ray lid.
It's just as good as the one that was original, man.
Yeah. But this Dutch oven was. I've gotten two different stories from my dad. One said it was his when him and mom got married. It was a wedding gift. The other story is it was my grandpa's, and they've had it since they got married. So there's about a 30 or 40-year difference between the two.
Yeah.
And because it was ran through the dishwasher so much, the whole bottom is you can't read nothing.
Yep, there you go.
And so you can't read anything, but there was a mark there.
Yeah.
And it could have just been like a General Housewares type deal where it was at a Woolsworth and they picked it up or whatever. But
Right.
But this is a fantastic pot to steam, which I got the steamer basket. Boiling, the kids use it for noodles when they make mac and cheese and whatever. It's a fantastic pot. I love it.
Multi-purpose.
Very much, very much. I have not done it on coals, or in the grill, but that's what I got black iron for.
There you go. There you go.
But yes, this Wagner is fantastic.
So, Lee, what was we challenged to make this week?
Oh, so this week, Rusty, who's not here, he's at work, challenged us with keto walking tacos. So when you hear walking taco, what do you think?
It's kind of like you do it. It's almost like nachos, but you make it in the bag where you can walk along and hold it and do it.
Yep.
It works.
Yep. I know QT has the special bags where you tear it sideways, and then you crunch up the chips, and then you add in your cheese and chili and whatever else.
Yep.
So being keto, the first thing you go to is gotta have the pork rinds. Which is a fantastic option.
It is.
I'm gonna do it two ways because fantastic option. Not gonna knock it. I like pork rinds. In fact, we were at a barbecue spot in Georgia last week, just on Lake Hartwell.
Yeah.
They had fresh chicharrones.
Oh.
So they brought them out.
You can't beat that. You cannot beat fresh ones.
And they were still popping when they set the tray down. So I said I'm going to make them two ways. I'm going to steam some broccoli and cauliflower.
Yeah.
The reason being is I like broccoli and cauliflower. And they're a great substitute for nachos.
Yep.
You don't take them all the way to where they're completely soft and mushy. You leave them with a little bit of bite so your fork can get in them.
That's right.
And then if I cut it right, which I probably won't, the bag, you'll be able to hold the bag and still eat out of it.
Yeah.
But in case I screw it up, which is bound to happen, I got my little basket in a little foil, or not foil.
Turn it into nachos, yeah.
So then it'll be like a walking nacho, a basket of
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah. Walking tacos are basically a walk and eat nacho, but the chips are not really crushed, but broken up.
Yeah. You don't make them to powder, but
Yeah.
break them up so they're not whole chips like nachos.
But then again, it's your chips. If you want to make them powdered, go for it.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, typically they use Doritos or Fritos.
Yep.
Like corn chip.
Both of them make really good ones. I mean, they both turn into really good ones.
And I will tell you, my one cousin, every time we get together, just about every time, we either do a Brunswick stew or sheet pan nachos. And when we do sheet pan nachos, we use the chili cheese or the sweet chili Doritos.
Yeah.
Those are fantastic as nacho replacements.
Well, I was going to make nachos or do it with pork rinds, but my missus says, I don't want pork rinds. So I'm going to use these instead, which I think it was either Tom's Food Factory or Honey Badger that suggested the
protein chips.
Yeah, the protein chips on Legendary Foods.
Okay.
And they're great, and they're only 4 net carbs, or 4 carbs total, and that's for the whole bag.
Okay.
It ain't a half a bag or anything like that with some of the others.
You said 4 net carbs.
4 total. It's 4 total. It's 3 net.
Oh, 4 total, 3 net. Okay.
Right. And it's these, and you get 20 grams of protein.
Okay.
But there's some of these that that when you open the bag and it's only half full. This rascal right here, right there, that's where the chips come in. Right there, that's where you got the chips. That's dang near full to the top.
Scotty, what's going on, brother? Well, I'm going to do something a little. How are you going to incorporate the Uncle Steve's?
I'm gonna use it as seasoning along with the taco seasoning.
Okay.
I'm gonna get where did it go? There it is. No, there it is.
So, being that it's Melanoma Awareness Month,
I'll use this.
Oh, the SPGs.
Yeah.
I tend to do a lot of cooking this month with black seasonings. Now, I have several. I've got like 3 that I'm looking over here that were commercially bought. And then I found where I could buy activated charcoal off Amazon.
Okay.
That's got all the health benefits and stuff like that I can't even tell you what all it does because I didn't write it down. But I made I took some Uncle Steve's smoke bomb, put it in a jar, and then added the black seasoning, the activated charcoal, until I came up with.
Oh yeah! Look at that. That's good. Man, I like that. Yeah, that'll make a good blackening.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Great for just sprinkling on at the end.
Yeah.
So I've done some different stuff, and I'm going to I got this small bottle of Texas Red.
Yeah.
I put a little bit in there. I've got some of this activated charcoal that I'm going to mix little bits, shake it up, mix, shake it up to where you get to where it's all black, but not like too much to where you taste like, ugh.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
mix that up, and that's going to be the seasoning for my meat. that I'm going to use, which is going to be something different too. Check that out.
Yes, sir. That's gonna make an excellent
Rib, prime rib on markdown, burger patties. And you say, "Wait, how you going to do a taco with a burger patty?" I'm going to fry off the patties, and then I'm going to chop them up.
Yep.
So that way you get bigger chunks in your taco meat, and you don't have to worry about getting it all smashed up. I want to go rustic because I've got broccoli and cauliflower. I've got lettuce. I got to kind of chop up. I didn't get any shredded lettuce. And
Now, see, I'm glad you're doing it that way because I'm gonna take the other approach. I've got 93.7. I think that's what this was. Yeah, 93.7. And I'm gonna come on. I got glare. There we go. 93.7. I'm gonna brown this, but I'm gonna put water in it and let the water cook down and let it, chop on it, make it really small,
okay.
almost like a hot dog chili.
Yep.
And let the water just cook down enough, and then add enough to add the taco seasoning and the Uncle Steve's and whatnot like that. So that's my plan. So I love it that you're taking the other approach with it, and I got this one.
Yep.
So,
We got to try to do it differently.
Exactly.
Can't go traditional all the time.
No, you got to.
I might just sit back and munch on these pork rinds and just do my veggie thing because that's starting to sound even better than the pork rinds.
And
I
I would think, most folks, including me, when they brown meat for tacos, they don't make it they don't use the water in it make it like a chili meat.
Right.
They just brown it and be done with it. And that's why I thought I'd change it up, and you thought the same thing by using burgers. So I love it. We were on the same wavelength as far as making it something a little different.
Yep. Well, all right. We ready to fire up?
Let's do it.
All right. Come around. Oh, let's see.
Huh? My granddaughter's feeding our dog, and he has to have medicine for an allergy he's got that makes him lick his paws. And so this dog is like Houdini, and he can get out of anything, and he can, I don't care what you put medicine in, he will find a way to get it out of it, eat everything around it, and spit the medicine out. But she found a way, and she found a part of his food. He eats fresh food, and it by doing that, she got it into a big piece of it and put it in there, and it's fooling him for the time being. We'll see how long it lasts because he usually catches on. We've had times where it'll fool him for a little bit, but then it catches on, and that's the end of that show.
So, can you smash the pill to make it
Tried that, he won't eat it. And sprinkle it on it. Yep, tried that.
in peanut butter sandwich?
Tried that too. He wouldn't eat it. If he sees you, you have to hook it up. You have to do it prior to him. Well, don't let him see you doing it. If he sees you working with them, he knows the medicine container.
Yeah.
And if he sees you messing with it, he's like, I know you up to something.
Oh shoot!
This dog, he has to have a groomer because he doesn't shave, and his hair grows, and then you got to cut it. Well, when he gets groomed, they put a neckerchief on him. Well,
Yeah.
and looks real good. He'll walk around with it on for a little while, and then he'll get it off. And he doesn't pull it over his head or anything like, or chew it off or anything like that. He unties it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try a different camera angle for everybody. How's that?
So there's my water.
Can't zoom in, but should get you guys a little something there. Take me out of it.
And the ground beef I'm using came from Walmart.
Yeah, I was at Food Line today. Not for nothing, Homestead. How you doing?
Hey, Ginger. Joey was in here a minute ago.
Hope you're doing great. You too.
Yep. So after we do this tonight, I got to run some stuff back over to the place where Bill and my mother-in-law live.
Yeah.
Tonight's his first night staying there, and he forgot his insulin pen. So I got to take it back. I got to go back over there with it. He said, just bring it tomorrow when you come and we unload the truck. And I said, nope. You're not going to do without taking that insulin tonight.
Yeah. It only takes once.
Yeah. He said, well, I'll be all right. It's they just put him on insulin.
Oh, okay.
And it's been like maybe a month. And he started out with 7 units, and he only takes it at night.
Okay.
Started out with 7 units, and now it's up to 14. The doctor did the way he should, start out low and building up until you get the right combination.
Right. Okay. So while this is heating up, Mike, I'm going to go ahead and show. I'm going to take this Uncle Steve's South Texas Red. Now, there's only a little bit in the bottle. It's at the fill line. I put just a little bit in there. And I'm going to add some of this activated charcoal to give me my blackening seasoning for my ground beef. So I'm just going to put a little bit in at a time. We're talking like 1/4 teaspoon at a time.
Yeah, folks, when you're making something up and you're using ingredients and you don't know how much you're going to add, start out small.
Yep. Give it a shake. Shake it up real good. You can see it's all black now. The charcoal dust got up all over the sides.
Yep.
But if I pour this out, see what it looks like.
I'm using the Taco Bell taco seasoning because most folks are not going to make their own and they're going to use some kind of store-bought. So I'm using one to show you with store-bought.
A little bit of this activated charcoal goes a long way.
Yeah, I told you, start out small. I got a philosophy. Once it's been in there, once you done put it in there, you can't take it away.
I mean, you can see that where it's kind of settled out now.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, that's a good color.
Yeah, and that was just, 1/4 teaspoon. So not much at all. And I didn't have much in there, but So I'm going to start off with a little bit of olive oil. Oh, so Mike, we were up at Lake Hartwell on the Georgia side.
I was going to say, which side?
Well, we stayed at a cabin on the lake on the Georgia side,
Yeah.
And we ate, or we toured around Hartwell, and we toured around. What was the other spot? Not Sen. It was close to Seneca.
Uh-huh.
And man, we did. It was still really really cool. We had a good time.
That's good. Now, by doing this and letting it cook down with the seasoning in it, oh, it's just going to help that seasoning just embed into that meat and make it really good. And if you didn't hear, I'm using Uncle Steve SPG. And is anybody else getting allergy problems? Man, they've been bothering me good this week.
Okay.
We've had a lot of rain. Did the rain hit y'all too, Lee?
Oh yeah, it has been doing nothing but halfway raining for a week.
Yep, same here. I mean,
All right,
we got rain this morning, and now this afternoon, it's as sunny as it can be.
so I'm gonna try this, Mike. I'm pulling out my little ribbon pan.
Yeah. There you go.
I don't know where the center part is. It's supposed to be right here, so I'm gonna try to sprinkle this on. And it's not gonna matter once I get ready to chop it up, but just for giggles.
Yeah, just for giggles. I like that.
Because what's my man Tom say? You got to play with your food.
Play with your food. And I couldn't agree with him more.
So there. How's that?
I know your mama said don't play with your food. I'm telling you, it's okay.
Well, you've already graduated to grandpa status, so
True. Yeah.
that's why they say grandparents have more fun.
There you go. Because you could spoil them and give them back.
Yeah. What do you think of that, Mike?
Oh yeah, that's perfect. You lined it up about just about absolutely perfect. You can't hardly tell anything wrong with the lineup.
Yeah, you can.
That's a good lining.
I used to have a piece that went in the center, so it wouldn't get in there. But I don't know whatever happened to it. It's probably over here in this drawer. Anyway, I'll look for it later. But it's just fun. Once I chop it up, it's all going to be gone. So in this Magnalite, I got 2 bottles of water, and we're bringing it up temperature, and the water's right at the base of the base of the steamer basket. And the idea is I want to get the vegetables to where they're fork tender, but not mush. Because when I'm eating out of the bag, I want to be able to poke it. So I may have to trim up some pieces.
Right.
And if I do it right, I should be able to cut this way, sideways. So that way you can hold the bag like this and it be popped out and eat. So I have my cutting board back here. Y'all can't really see that, but
Oh, let me get what I was going to put.
see if I can't mix this up for y'all. There we go. So yeah, so the idea is going to be you hold them like this and be able to eat out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So let me cut some of these up smaller. to about bite-sized pieces is what I'm looking for. So, Mike, what other culinary adventures have you been on this week?
Oh, let's see.
Or ones Maddie has been on?
Maddie, she experiments with quesadillas and whatnot, trying to do them differently. And she does, with different kinds of cheeses and meats and whatnot. But I, I I was having acid reflux real bad first part of this week and the last week, so I really haven't eaten much. When I do, it's like yogurt or something like that.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't have acid reflux, so I'm eating this.
Okay.
It's already starting to thicken a little bit.
Now, why did you decide to go with the water and chili again?
The what?
The water and the chili?
Making it like a chili. And
Yeah.
I wanted to pelletize it and, just really, really small pieces if I can, and as small as I can get them. And that's, you're really limited when you brown it as to how small you can get it. But when you do it like this, you can really get it a lot smaller than just browning.
Keep dropping stuff on the floor.
And I'm just trying to make it different. That's
Yep.
all.
Okay.
And I was hoping that you weren't going to do the same thing.
There you go.
Look at that, folks. That's thickening up pretty good.
Sure is.
You just got to cook a little longer. Now I've got this taco rack, putting the chips on. Now these, okay, that's where the chips start on that. You can see it's almost half the bag is air. I don't know why they do that.
Goes by weight, so then they can charge you different.
Yeah. Oh, I got a movie I want to recommend to folks. If
Okay.
you do it, it's on Netflix. Pretty sure it was Netflix, but anyway, it's called Flaming Hot,
Flaming hot. Okay.
and it's about the how the Flaming Hot Doritos
Yeah.
or Cheetos, Flaming Hot Cheetos, I guess it was one of them. I forget, but how they came to be, and the guy who did it, he was a custodian, a janitor in one of their plants, and I want to say he may have been in South Carolina, or no, he may have been Texas. I don't remember, but I highly recommend it. It is very good, and how he worked hard at it and got it, and how he came up with the distribution ideas and all, and he got promoted, and the rest is history. It's really, really good. Highly recommend that movie. Flaming Hot.
So this is my Uncle Steve's smoke bomb with the activated charcoal. I'm gonna put that on my bench.
And the boss at Frito-Lay that he was working for under, Tony Shalhoub, I don't know if y'all remember who he is. He played Monk. And he's been in a couple of other things. He was on Go Back Far Enough. He was on Taxi. Um, he he was doing. He played that part. Now look, this is what I'm talking about. See, can you see the pelletizing?
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what I wanted.
It smells so
Madison.
good.
Miss Madison, how are you? Daddy Dutch, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
My wife is here. She said it smells so good.
Delicious. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to taste it.
Now, one thing you got to remember when you're cooking it and you've added water in there, when it cooks down, you want to leave a little bit of the water in there because it's going to thicken as it cools off. This is just about the right thickness there. Gonna cook it down some more here. So who we got in the Daddy Dutch? All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Or this evening? It ain't dark. It's summertime coming up.
Right. Let's see. Rusty, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Rusty.
Tuning in from afar?
Yeah.
How's life at got to the hotel back from work? Yeah, I was going to ask how that's going. We'll be ready to hear all about it. Well, really, this is all I got going on. I got this lettuce. It's more like salad lettuce.
Yeah, I've got some too, but I think I'm gonna forego the lettuce.
I'm going to chop it up a little finer because I have the time. The burgers are cooking. I already flipped them. Put the seasoning on to make my ribbons. I'm steaming away over here. Try to get a little veg here. So
Let's see.
don't need a whole lot. Like probably a handful would be good.
Now I'm gonna melt some cheese into it.
Oh.
I figured, why not? Yes, I know I did not shred my cheese, but I don't figure most folks that are trying to do this and we're trying to show how you can do something real quick and just stop it, and it'd be very good. They're not gonna shred it either, so that's why it's not shredded.
We want to try to keep this stuff easy and that anybody can do anytime, anywhere. Looks better than the hot dogs at the hotel. Woo! Man, that sounds rough. I thought you was eating steak all week.
That's what you said last week, Rusty. You was gonna eat steak every meal.
What's up with that? How you doing hot dogs if you was eating steak?
That's tube steak.
That's bologna. Kentucky round steak.
Yeah, Kentucky round steak. I like that. I like that.
I did look at a Kentucky round steak today, but they wanted $15 a chub.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll hold off. I mean, that's a whole chub. and knowing that I'm the only one that's going to eat it.
That is done. That
I got these 80-20 burgers. I think that's what they are, but they are putting out some grease.
so I'm gonna let that just sit for a minute, thicken up just a touch, whilst I cut open these.
Okay. Let me check my veg. Shouldn't take too awful long. Not quite. Not quite. Burgers are looking great. Now, Mike, let me ask you this.
Yeah,
Do you tip your burgers or do you go by feel?
I basically go by feel, and also by look, because if I judge from how much juices are coming out and all.
Right.
But I don't want to do the I don't want to poke anything in it and make it lose any of its juices any more than it already is.
Yep.
So that's that's personal preference really on that. If you have trouble temping without taking a thermometer to it, use a thermometer.
Well, and you can do like the steak rule, right? It was, what was it? You touch the thumb part of your hand,
Yeah.
and that tells you your different donenesses.
Look at it.
But
Yeah. My fingers aren't dexterous enough to do it right now.
oh, so while we were at this lake house, right? We were going to eat in because they had a gas grill. They had a Weber gas grill, and I was like, all right, cool. It had gas, fortunately. We got some filet mignons, and we got some, peppers, onions, mushrooms, like a fajita mix.
Uh-huh.
Added in a jar of mushrooms that I drained. Some Kerrygold and some Montreal steak seasoning. Got that going. Got some Canucka sausage put on there. Got those going. And then we had the steaks. Oh my gosh, these things were. The steaks were just. I mean, I did 1 minute, rotate. The grill temp was like 400 at the dome. So I don't know whatever the cook rack was. I didn't take my stuff with me, but did a minute, rotated, did a minute, flipped, did a minute, rotated, did a minute.
Yeah.
These things came out like medium rare. And they had the grill marks on them. Man, was they good.
Well, see, that's the temp I like is medium rare.
They were, the wife was like, no. So I left hers on just quite a bit longer. But I don't even know what I was looking for. All right, well, I'm going to pull these off. I think they look done enough. Let me get my plate.
Over where y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm just putting some into the tips.
I'm going to let these rest a minute.
How much you put in here? How much you want. That's how much you put in.
A Till you hear your ancestors yell, "Whoa!"
Yeah, there you go. But ooh, I had some of that sriracha chips. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, when we had them, I thought they were more vinegar forward
Uh-huh.
than and spicy, because they were a bit hot.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. Let me find some more cheese. Well, first off, I'm not gonna put this on there. I was gonna put queso on there, but I'm not going.
Ooh, queso! I didn't think of queso. I've got some in there. Ooh. A couple more burgers down. So if Kid's still in, oh hey, Thomas Food Factory's in.
There it is.
So if Kid's still in, I'm using activated charcoal mixed with Uncle Steve's South Texas Red, and I've got some smoke bomb that I'm making my black ribbons with.
Let me get me a couple of taste testers here. I'll be right back.
I'm excited.
First off, let me move this where I can get to a good shot angle.
There we go. There we go. Got some more going. Oh, let's see what's going on over yonder. See how I got the veg where I can just touch it, like pick it up with a fork and it stays on? It's right where I want it. Cut the heat off.
Man, you couldn't bother me. Man, that smells good.
Well, thank you.
Send me some of yours too.
Honey, I got 4 patties in the veg.
Mmm.
Okay, that's done. Now, you want a fork?
Oh, this is interesting.
She just
Yep, that's a walking taco.
I love it. Okay, now let's see if it tastes as good as it might.
Careful.
Mm,
Steam coming out there.
yeah. Ooh,
some that lid off.
Thank you. Let's see about this. Ooh, it looks really good.
ooh, it smells really good. And I'm sure it tastes pretty good. I'm just scared it's too hot.
Now, folks, you see what they're using to hold it? It's really a soup bowl thing to hold
Oh, this?
a soup bowl, but it works well for this too.
Mmm. Yum, 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 yum.
We got a hit.
Yeah.
That is so good.
Mm. Mm. The best. Did you taste it?
Oh, yeah.
You're supposed to taste it before you.
Well, I tasted a little bit of the meat, you know, before I gave it to you.
That's
I had a
cheese
little
on
bit
me.
of that. I had a little piece of the sriracha burrito. That's good. That's
Mhm.
good.
Sriracha what?
Sriracha Dorito. That's what I got.
Mm. Is that so different from what I have?
Yes. Yes.
Mm. I go with the taco meat.
Mm.
All right.
Good.
Yeah.
Here we go. Cheers. Oh,
You already did.
Mhm. It's perfect.
Yum 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 yum. Mmm. What's that? Mmm.
that's good enough. It'll make your tongue slap your face silly trying to lick it all up.
Yeah. Say that 3 times fast.
I can't. I barely got it once.
Mmm. So good. Mm.
So now I'm gonna chop up the one cooked patty.
He is also doing this.
The same thing?
He's doing it. He's making his with chopped up burgers,
Uh huh.
but he's using. He's got some pork rinds, but he's also using broccoli and cauliflower and he's steaming.
Yeah.
Too healthy.
Yep. Yep. Don't want that. That's too healthy.
Don't want to shock your colon, right?
That's right.
All right.
Well, this is a hit, folks.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Maddie dance sleep.
Oh.
Mm.
All right. So now I'm gonna build. I'm gonna come in with my veg.
Would we end up eating it? Probably not.
Maybe.
I actually need the veg to cool down a bit more.
Yeah, he might eat that.
I'll go see if he wants to try by and I'll report back.
Okay.
He says he's gonna report back.
My granddaughter's boyfriend is, shall we say, a very picky eater.
Yeah, we got one of them too.
So she went back to see if he'll come out. I don't think he's coming.
Probably not.
Okay. So now I've got broccoli and cauliflower in there. Throwing in the chopped up burger. Kind of big.
Yeah, that's a good chop. You
Got
didn't-
one patty worth. Set that aside. Now I've really got to spice it up because I don't have much taco in it, so I'm going to add some more of the Texas Red Black.
There you go.
Probably a bit too much, but that's okay. Now
More for me.
we'll go with some cheese.
That's okay, more for me.
Now I'll go with this Mexican blend style cheese. Rusty says I'm not making walking tacos.
It's a little spicy. I'm surprised I can.
It's kind of like that.
Two on top of it.
I
Throw in some.
There we go.
so here. Is that on the? Here's him over here.
Well, that'd be a salad. Chopped up lettuce.
Paige says she's gonna get in there and eat now.
And some salsa.
Pace, right?
Yeah.
Pace is a good salsa. If you're gonna get a store bought, that's a good one. Picante they got is good too.
And there we have Walking Taco. Tom's Food Factory. That is a bag of the raw bag of broccoli and cauliflower that I used. Now let me get up.
He's scared you're gonna go vegan on him.
Yeah. Nope. I did use the burgers though to cut up. I see you questioning the burgers. I used the burgers to cut up to make it different, so I had better, bigger chunks of beef in my taco.
Yeah, he went for the big chunks, and I went for really knocking it down to small. That way, we got contrasting things. Rusty says he goes out of town for a week, and it all goes to hell.
Does it look that bad?
No, he's saying about the vegan stuff.
Oh,
And you done gone vegan.
nope. I got a good prime rib burger. Got a prime rib burger, buddy.
Tom says, "You're his moral compass, Rusty. He's running wild now." Oh, I don't guess I got a moral compass except my wife.
If Rusty's my moral compass, y'all are in trouble.
That's funny.
So we'll let those cook. I'm ready to do a thumbnail.
Rusty, you ready to come home yet?
It's not a very good one, but it's there. So we'll do a thumbnail.
A thumbnail with the way that is, with the way the bag does. When you do these, it's hard to do the thumbnail with the way the bag does on these.
Yeah, I was kind of going for like the see-through bit, so you could. Yeah. Ooh.
That way, Matt.
We'll see what happens.
Matt, you ain't even supposed to be up this far north.
Do what?
I got a gnat buzzing me right now,
Oh,
and he ain't even supposed to be up this far north.
well, with all that rain we've had, our state birds have been out a lot. The skeeters?
Yeah. In Georgia, we got a gnat line. Macon is the gnat line. You can just about draw it right through Macon all the way to each side of the state. Gnats on the bottom half of the state, and no gnats on the top half of that.
Mm-hmm. So that's the only thing I think that a Blackstone would have over this is the grease trap.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But you're solving it with what you're doing, so.
Yep. Picking it up. I mean, it's. Ooh, that was hot.
I bet.
Oh, so yeah. So the thumbnail's not really working so good, but
No, I had the same problem. Now, see that if I'd have had a basket, it'd have been in a basket.
Yep. And that's probably what's going to make the thumbnail look real good.
I agree.
All right.
So,
So
Lee,
my burgers are going to continue to cook. So we'll just go ahead and we can get on with it. Because it's about an hour, so we jogged for the first 15 minutes, so 30 minutes. So let me dip in here. And that's what I wanted to see. I got burger, the lettuce, the cheese, and like the broccoli and cauliflower.
oh, the icky shuffle has come out.
And Rusty ain't here. Woo! Yeah, I like that. I like that. If I let the broccoli and cauliflower cool down a little bit more, then I think I'd be on the money. Because my lettuce is starting to wilt.
Yeah, but you know, wilted lettuce and something like this, well, I don't think it'd be that bad.
Yep.
This turned out really good.
I think it did too. And I know Tom's not going to like it, but that's okay. Tom's Food Factory, it's not his thing. But
But that's okay.
I dig it. I mean, I could walk around with it.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's what it's all about right there. You can do it.
Yep. And you get a big bite of everything. Like,
Mm-hmm.
man.
That'll satisfy you, Tucker.
All right, guys. So, did we accomplish walking tacos?
I think we did.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's not your normal
No. But
because, I mean, you are on the keto show.
that's right. But you can make it. I showed you. Well, I cooked them both ways, non-keto and keto.
Yeah.
So I did it, and all it was changing the bag of chips.
Mm-hmm. It is nerve-wracking working on a. Oh, yeah, I can see that. Rusty's talking about his job. Yep.
Woo. Man, that's some high-priced stuff.
Well, so what do we want to do next week there, Mr. Mike?
I'm kind of hankering for a breakfast.
Breakfast? Okay.
Yeah. You know, whatever you want to cook, as long as you include eggs in it. The eggs could be included in the making of it. Eggs could be part of the meal, but you got to include an egg.
Okay.
At least one.
I'm down with that. I love it. I love breakfast, man.
Oh, I'll eat that anytime.
I had some, so I was at Sam's Club last week.
Uh-huh.
They had a prepackaged thing of chicken al pastor. You just throw it in the microwave, right? So I had that last night over some cauli rice and some steamed broccoli, and that was really good. And this morning I took part of what was left and put it into an omelet.
Oh, yeah.
So I had my omelet laid out, and then I just put some in there, let it heat up in the eggs before I rolled it up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, buddy. So, okay, so breakfast.
Yep. Whatever you want to make for breakfast is good. as long as it's got an egg of some done, at least one egg done some kind of way.
Okay. Egg forward breakfast.
Part of the
Okay.
recipe, either as part of the recipe or the entree, it don't matter.
Okay.
And
Sounds good.
yeah. 'Cause-
Sounds good.
Yep.
All right. Well, there's 2 rolls in cooking. Did you have fun? Did it taste good? Rock on. Y'all are awesome. Have a great week. And if it sounds good, just try it.
Let's be careful out there.
He says eggs Benedict. I don't know how to do the bechamel salt or the
The
hollandaise. I never made a hollandaise.
I've made them, but sometimes they turn out good. Sometimes they look like crap.
I mean, I could put eggs on an English muffin. Does that count?
Yeah. And what I've done instead of a hollandaise is I've made a cheese sauce and put it on there because my hollandaise, it's a shot in the dark whether it's going to work.
Tom's got a video on how to make it. I'll look.
I will too.
I'll look. All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
Have a great week.
You too.